you are going to love the classic sedan silhouette, but I would have loved if Volkswagen would have given option of a size bigger 17-inch alloy wheels as well, with a slightly lower profile. That said, at the same time, it has rugged, solid and has that built to last appeal. Believe me, it would have made the stance way better. Simple yet very classy design. What really impresses me here is the cylinder deactivation technology, because what you will love is the elevation in power, because it's strong and it's linear. Yes, back in the days when the advent of compact SUVs hadn't happened, it was sedans that were the cool thing. Fast, spacious, comfortable and fun behind the wheel. And with today's range of sedans, car makers like Volkswagen are trying to make sedans great again, and the Volkswagen Virtus is an intent in that direction. Today in this video, we are going to find out that how compelling and competitive the Volkswagen Virtus is in today's kind of market, and I have driven it for around 1000 kilometers. Today you are going to get a proper lowdown on the Virtus in this video. I'm Shubham Parashar, you're watching Park Plus, your car app. Do subscribe to our channel, to hit the bell icon to stay notified, and do head to the app for all the updates in the Indian car bazaar. चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं डिज़ाइन के साथ। Now, if you are someone who are into cars and it's just not a mode of transport or mobility solution for you, you are going to love the classic sedan silhouette right here. Looks quite sporty. I love the hunkered down stance you have here. Again, a sporty touch, and even the face. Nice sleek grille you have here with subtle chrome detailing, not too blingy, flanked by nice LED headlights. Again, look sleek, and simple DRL patterns below on the bumper. Now this section feels a bit chunky. Nice big air dam, and I like the contrast treatment you have here. Piano black finish, nice chrome detailing again that runs the width of the face, and nicely tucked in fog lights right here. You have a wraparound treatment that takes you towards the profile of the car, and even nice subtle character lines on the hood. Simple yet very classy design. Now you get to see similar elegance even in the profile. The design is not very busy, but the character lines are quite sharp here, and they just extends towards the rear of the car. On this particular GT line trim, you have sporty elements as well in terms of contrast of piano black finish on the ORVM, or even on the roof here. You have blacked out alloy wheels. I like the design, but I would have loved if Volkswagen would have given option of a size bigger 17-inch alloy wheels as well, with a slightly lower profile. Now that could have been an option for people who want a sportier driving, and believe me, it would have made the stance way better. Towards the rear, again, the C-pillar falls very nicely onto the rear boot of the car. Now the sense of sportiness is carried on to the rear end of the car as well. It is quite wide at the rear, and I like the contours you see on the boot gate. Further, very sleek and wraparound LED tail lights you have here, and contrast finish for this lip spoiler. Even the bumper, very nicely executed, and nice subtle chrome detailing you have even here on the bumper. And if you open the boot, you have a 521 liters of boot space. Now that is quite a deep boot. The loading lip is again low, so putting in luggage is easier for you, and it can easily gobble luggage for 4. So around 4 suitcases you can easily fit in here, and a couple of duffel bags as well over that. Now on the inside, the Volkswagen Virtus feels a familiar space because the layout, execution and design is similar to what we have seen in the Taycan before. It has got similar treatment, similar angles as well. So on the inside, it feels rugged, solid and has that built to last appeal, but at the same time similarly lacks sense of sophistication and premiumness because too many hard plastic surfaces here on the top of the dashboard. You have really less soft touch finish. So yes, that is one area where Volkswagen could have improved, especially in the Volkswagen Virtus, to give it that premium appeal. That said, at the same time, it has nice color materials here, like you have a piano black finish on the dashboard, red highlights running the expanse of the dashboard extending to the doors as well. So a sporty touch. I would have liked a bit sportier touch in terms of carbon fiber finish, but yeah, even this does the job. Similar treatment, piano black extends to the central console as well, and it has got all the modern features that you need, like a 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system, similar unit what we have seen in the Taycan before. Nice graphics, crisp and sharp. I like the interface as well, is intuitive and has got all the features I need. Comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. In front of me is an 8-inch digital instrument cluster. Now, particularly in the Virtus, I would have loved analog dials, either a proper one or a digital layout of analog dials, because could have gone better with the sporty character of this car. Now, the digital unit has all the information, even graphics are decent, but just the layout doesn't work for me that much. But you have more features like wireless charging, auto climate control, 2 Type-C charging ports, ventilated seats. That said, misses out on the hold function that typically you get with automatic gearbox. I really like that feature because जब मैं city traffic condition में drive कर रहा होता हूँ, that time I can just engage it on hold and I can relax when I am stopping at a traffic signal. यहाँ पर मेरे लिए वो possible नहीं है क्योंकि मुझे park में car engage करनी होगी. So yes, that really adds to the convenience and is a miss in my opinion. Then you have a 12-volt charging socket here, but यहाँ भी like in Taycan you get a small bin to keep your phone or the car key, wo yahan par missing hai. So in terms of practicality, that could have been improved. Cup holders also are tiny, are small, so yeah, this area could have been improved as well. Yahan par fir aapko decent space mil jata hai center armrest mein, and the steering again comes with both height and reach adjustment. The features that it misses out on is level 2 ADAS features that you get in competition like Hyundai Verna or the Honda City. But in terms of other features, it has still got you covered. Has this single pane sunroof as well. And in terms of safety features, it comes with 2 airbags as standard in the lower variants, but on upper variants you get 6 airbags, electronic stability control, traction control, वो सारी features यहाँ पर standard मिलते हैं. So yes, on the safety front, I think it has got you covered still. Now the Volkswagen Virtus comes with 2 turbo petrol engine options. First up is the 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol unit, and then is the 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol unit. We are driving the 1.5 litre unit, so let's talk about this engine first. It belts out 148 brake horsepower at 5000 to 6000 RPM and 250 Newton meters of peak torque between 1600 to 3500 RPM is mated either to a 7-speed DSG gearbox, the iteration that we are driving, or to a 6-speed manual gearbox. And this comes with a very interesting technology called cylinder deactivation. Now what it does, it shuts down 2 cylinders when you're cruising or when you're coasting on the highway and you don't need the best of the power from this engine. At that time, it does so to increase the fuel efficiency of the car. And next up is the 1 litre 3-cylinder TSI turbo petrol unit that belts out 113 brake horsepower at 5000 to 5500 RPM and 178 Newton meters of peak torque from 1750 to 4500 RPM. This engine is mated either to a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox or to a 6-speed manual transmission. And with that done, let's see how this baby feels behind the wheel. Now before I start with the performance and drivability aspect of the Volkswagen Virtus, what really impresses me here is the cylinder deactivation technology, because fuel efficiency, it really makes it efficient when you're cruising normally, and the switch between 2-cylinder and 4 cylinders, you are just not going to feel it. It's so seamless, the transition. Like right now I am driving on 2-cylinder mode, I am cruising very easily, and in the city when I have been doing that, it has returned me a fuel efficiency of around 15 kilometers per liter. So yes, turbo petrol engines that are not famous for their fuel efficiency, in fact that's something which makes it sort of infamous. In the Volkswagen Virtus, thanks to the cylinder deactivation technology, it can get a bit frugal as well when you're cruising easily, and still I'm able to manage around 80-90 kilometers per hour on the 2-cylinder mode itself. So really impressive there. And even the 7-speed DSC gearbox, we are very familiar with this gearbox and it behaves seamlessly. Just a push on the throttle and it is quick to downshift, gives you the speed that you desire for. And when you are cruising normally, easily, the gear holds to a good rev range, and even when you're pushing it harder, it holds to a higher rev range. So yes, it behaves just the way you want. And now if we talk about the performance, a foot on the throttle and the engine, it's quick to respond and behaves just the way you expect a proper German sedan to do. Yes, behind the wheel, it's very engaging. The performance is very satisfying. In fact, what you will enjoy and what you will love is the elevation in power, because it's strong and it's linear. Yes, it just climbs up the rev range like anything, and whenever at any given point in the mid-range you have ample power and you don't feel any lag as such. Yes, behind the wheel it really gets very exciting and very entertaining, and if it's not the quickest engine in segment, for sure it is one of the better ones. And what you will love even more about the Virtus is that whenever you're cruising it on the expressway or on the highway, and if you're going with a gentle foot, you can get a fuel economy of up to or of around 20 kilometers per liter, and the car will still be doing around 100-105 kilometers per hour. Yes, it has that way of coasting, so that makes it quite fuel efficient. And even if you're on a longer commute, and if you're able to drive it in a sane manner, it is going to return you good fuel economy and is not going to dig a hole in your pocket. And that is something which will impress buyers as well, because it gives you a balance between both performance and fuel efficiency. So if you want better performance from the engine, it has got you sorted, and if you want more fuel economy, it is able to deliver that as well. Having said that, where the Virtus actually shines is when it comes to handling. The suspension has been tuned so appropriately for Indian road conditions that it gives you just the right balance between ride quality and handling. And when you're speeding up, the steering is quite fun. Yes, it's quite easy and it's quite entertaining, because you have a good command on the nose of the car. You exactly know where your wheels are going, and you are able to point it just in the direction you want to. And the steering, it weighs up very aptly, so you don't feel any lack of confidence there whenever you are changing lanes at high speed, or whenever you are going about corners, even at reasonable speeds. Like I have able to manage a corner at 80 kilometers per hour. That was a long bend at the 0 point of the Yamuna Expressway, and the car maintained its composure. In fact, I was not feeling unnerved. So yes, that is confidence inspiring for me. And when it comes to ride quality, I think the Virtus does a very good job even there, because here out on the highway it soaks up all the undulations on the road, all the bumps and all the subtle dips that you have, so don't need to drop down your speed for any of that. But in the city, when you're doing lower speed, you might feel a bit of those thuds when you're going over speed breakers, or when you're navigating through potholes. That said, the car has a very decent turning radius, so in the city that makes it quite easy to cut through city traffic conditions, and a very easy and a very friendly city commuter as well. So even for my day-to-day use, I can easily manage it with the Virtus. And here out on the highway, on a longer commute, I can easily spend hours behind this wheel, and I really don't feel the need to stop, because I am very comfortable. Even the seats quite well bolstered, good cushioning, good side support from them. I am at a very comfortable position, sitting nice and low, have a good view out on the road, and that gives you more confidence behind the wheel. and I have a good understanding of the edges of the car as well. So again, to drive it, it's quite easy. So to sum it up, if you want good fuel economy from the car and good highway cruising abilities, the Virtus is able to deliver that. And if you want to have fun behind the wheel, the Virtus again has got you covered even on that front. So even at the rear, the Volkswagen Virtus feels quite comfortable, and I have ample knee room right here. The rear seat itself very comfortable, and the cushioning is right on point. It's not too firm or not too soft. What I like even more that ये seat जो है, there is a slight elevation giving me good under thigh support, and even the backrest angle I think is a slightly upright, but still it's pretty much manageable for me. Now in terms of width, fitting in 3 adults is possible, but at best 2 adults and one child will be here, because even the rear seat, because of the armrest, will not be that comfortable for adults. In terms of ride quality, again on the longer go, I can spend decent hours, I can spend long hours even at this seat, because nothing is pinching me in the back. So undulations पे या फिर जब खराब रास्ते पे आप होते हो, उस टाइम भी आपको as such बहुत issue नहीं होती है. And even when the chauffeur is maneuvering the car or changing lanes at reasonable speeds, let's say at higher double digit speeds, उस समय भी आप यहाँ पर unnerved feel नहीं करते हो, and that's why it is quite convenient in my opinion. Even the glass house area is of decent size, so I have a decent sense of space here as well. In terms of features, I have rear AC vents, I have 2 charging ports, and this drop down armrest with cup holders to make myself more comfortable. So yes, for 4, this car remains very comfortable both at the front and at the rear, and very easily manageable even on a longer go, even on longer commutes.
Ex-showroom prices for the Volkswagen Virtus 1-litre turbo, which we will be driving very soon, begin at 11,56,000 rupees and go up to 16,85,000 rupees. The Volkswagen Virtus 1.5 turbo with us today has its ex-showroom prices beginning at 16,62,000 rupees and going up to 19,15,000 rupees.
So finally, what's the Park Plus verdict? अब देखिए, when there's a sea of subcompact, compact and mid-size SUVs in the market, a sedan that drives this well comes as a fresh welcome, and especially the one that promises on all the fronts: safety, features, comfort, practicality, and that 1.5-litre TSI engine is hoot and fun behind the wheel. So the Volkswagen Virtus is a worthy consideration if you're out in the market to shop for a car under that 20 lakh bracket, and especially if you are happy with that lower and sporty driving position. I think this fits your bill quite perfectly. And on that note, do subscribe to the Park Plus channel, do hit the bell icon to stay subscribed, and do head to the app for all the updates in the Indian Car Bazaar. I'm Shubham Parashar, and I'll see you in the next video.